What is up, everybody? My name is Justin Alvarado, and welcome to the MVP podcast.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another MVP episode. And for our guest today, we have another special one for sure. You may know him from Magic 89.9, one of the famous DJs there. Welcome, Ryan Racela. Yeah, appreciate
Thanks,
it.
thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
I hosted an event for you guys before. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love to, I love
Woo!
to like, and you guys are also like one of the, like I think the only like card splitting people in the Philippines, and I think that that's something that's so cool.
Yeah.
Bringing it here, bring it over here.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and
All
Justin
right.
Justin also is he's a junior jock at Magic. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
training him. We're training him to be one of the best in the
No.
business.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the first time I came on the podcast, I was so surprised with how Justin opened up. Like that was my first time to hear him, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's really like trained for this stuff."
Yeah, dude, and Justin's come a long way. Like if dude, I actually have I don't know if you remember Justin, but we did like an exercise. We recorded all of you.
Yes.
So I still have one of your voice notes on my phone, and you sound way different now. You sound so much better now.
Alright.
So props to
Yes.
you for getting better.
I still actually like if when I'm feeling a bit down, I listen to those recordings because I cringe at what I at what I
bet.
used to sound
I
like.
bet.
I feel you, dude. I feel you. Like I'm like right now. Basically, like talking is my job, but sometimes I hear my voice and I'm still like,
Mhm.
ugh.
Yeah. I feel similar feelings too sometimes. All right, so yeah, before we start, just want to let you guys know this episode of the MVP podcast is brought to you by Before You Go PH. In the midst of the pandemic, stay ready and prepared with Before You Go's products such as a personalized rubbing alcohol bottle, face mask, and hygiene keys. Check them out for essentials and more before you leave your door.
And shout out as well to our friends from Card Ladder. Track, collect, invest, all from the palm of your hand. Download the Card Ladder mobile app today on iOS and Android using our link, and we'll just put it in the description and comment section as well.
All right, let's get started. So yeah, so Ryan, your last name, very
Uh-huh.
in the basketball world.
Right,
Very.
right. Of course.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Your dad is Sen Rosella,
Yep.
coach,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
coach of the FEU Tamaraos, and your
Mhm.
Tito is your Tito Nash Rosella, coach of Blackwater.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask, Rafa is your brother?
Yeah, he's my brother. He's my brother.
Yeah, it's funny because I'd play against him all the time back in SBP and
Oh, yeah. Wait,
yeah,
what year did you graduate college or grade school na lang, grade
college.
school since SPP is grade school.
Grade school 2012, 2011,
20
I think.
Also, you're the same
We're
year as my
batchmates. Yeah,
brother.
we're
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
those SBP days were crazy. You played for La Salle, I assume, right?
yeah, Isabel,
And
yeah.
honestly, dude, I kind of feel bad for you because those
What?
Ateneo teams were stacked,
We're,
man.
I
Like
know,
about 30
bro,
was on it. Aaron Black,
bro.
my brother,
I played
Wow.
again.
Mendoza.
That was
Dude.
my welcoming, bro. That was my welcoming into the game of basketball. And I had to go, man, in basketball terms, guys, they had the super good defense. It was a 1-2, 1-1.
Yeah. For grade school, these guys were like
For
10,
grade
11
school.
years old and they would have plays. That's crazy.
Man, I was just trying to perfect my like shimmy crossover. Here I am
Yeah.
trying to defeat like a defensive system. Oh my god. Yeah. But so
Yeah,
yeah,
no, but honestly, like the Ateneo team now, the Ateneo team now super stacked. I'm talking about the college team, but it's really
right,
the
yeah,
fruits of
yeah.
their labors from the grassroots program. We're talking about
Exactly.
grade school, and
Yeah.
these are the same players,
Yeah.
who balled out in grade
Homegrown.
school. Yeah,
Exactly.
dude. So
Homegrown.
it just
Yeah.
it just goes to show how how good Ateneo is when it comes to getting
Yeah.
talent.
I know. Yeah, not also just getting talent, but really developing it.
Yeah.
From an outside perspective. Yeah. So yeah, we can really see how the game of basketball is really revolved around your family.
Uh huh.
What's it like to grow up in a family that's really revolved around that sport? Good for you.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
well, for me, I didn't really think about what it was like because for me that was just life. I didn't really think my experience was different from other people's experience. But of course,
Right, right.
basketball is something huge for us. Most
Yeah.
people would watch, I don't know, like the news on TV, or they'd watch other shows. We were glued to NBA like 24/7. The
Oh,
TV would
yeah, yeah,
not
for
turn off.
sure.
And even going to school, sometimes we used to have like a van with like a they should DVD. Those vans in the back of the seat. There's like a
Ah.
Right,
screen.
right. So yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So on the way to school or road trips, we'd always watch like Hardwood Classics, the DVD. So it's in a Bob
Wow.
Cousy, Elgin
No
Baylor.
way. That's
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
Wow.
So we really like knew it, like we were really introduced to every aspect of basketball.
Yeah, yeah,
So like
yeah,
60s, 70s. My dad was a big Magic
yeah.
Johnson fan. That too, and of course the PBA. We would watch it. I'd go straight from school sometimes. I used to like do my homework in Araneta.
Wow.
But yeah. Like,
That sounds so. That sounds
yeah,
fun, man. Like I do any
huge part of our
homework.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's nice. I do any homework just to be able to watch a game live. Like if I watch a game live, like yeah, sure, I'll do my homework. And wow, you were really like put deep into the game of basketball watching those classics, man.
Oh
Like
yeah. Well, but for me, it wasn't like oh there's so much basketball. It was just my dad's job, and I'm sure if you're a doctor, your dad's a doctor. You go to the
you'd be
hospital a lot.
interested.
You meet all these
Right.
patients. It's
Right.
kind of the same thing, or family
Yeah.
business, diba? Like you
Yeah.
start off like helping in the
Right.
cash register and stuff like that. It's the same thing. I
Mhm.
feel.
Yeah, so you just really get exposed to that environment.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So, yeah, growing up in that environment, obviously you then pursue that career of basketball as well. But what can you say, like, from your experience, like, what keeps you engaged with the sport of basketball?
Honestly,
At least as a fan. At least
I
as a
feel like
fan.
it's because we live in the Philippines, man. There is no other sport
Right.
here, right?
Right,
That's
right,
a fair
right.
point.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and especially for us, we're dudes. The best way to relate to another dude is through basketball. Diba? Like you're at a
Man,
bar or
that's
something with like some dude you never met, and all the girls go to the bathroom. What's your first topic with this random dude you just met? It's basketball, right? Diba?
That's facts. That's
so-
actually facts.
Yeah.
That's it's so funny because I went to a shoot just last Tuesday and I was talking to photographers and the first time we talked about was literally basketball.
Yeah. Go to, man.
You're spot on that. You're spot
Yeah.
on.
Never fails.
And yeah, and it's just so easy to feed off of everyone's energy with basketball as well.
Yeah, and everyone's a Laker fan here. So I mean, and so just talk about anything Lakers, or if you have a team, what was it like playing against the Lakers, stuff like that. Yeah.
But then yeah, we'll get into this later. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen yet, Ryan Racela is a big Utah Jazz fan.
Parang hindi
he's not. He's
halata.
not. He's not part of that. All Filipinos are Laker fans. we'll get
Hey,
to that
but
later.
now all Filipinos are Jazz fans too now because of
Okay,
Jordan
yeah,
Clarkson. But yeah,
Right. Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah, we call him the Philippine Sixth Man of the Year. We called it like midway to the season.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. So, but yeah, let's go a little bit. Actually, not a little bit. Let's go out of basketball.
Okay.
Just want to ask. You've had this like foundation already with being a radio host with Magic 89.9. So, yeah, how did you find your niche in that, like radio and events, and like even have your own YouTube channel? So, yeah, and this is like mixing in with the fact that you're in that environment of basketball players and basketball. In general.
Yeah. Well, I guess my first instinct was not to play basketball, to like find the furthest thing away from that. So you're not compared. I was talking to well, I do interviews for Magic now. And I was interviewing Zale Benitez from Four of Spades, and he was telling me the same thing. Like his dad was a drummer, so it made him not want to play drums. Like he played the bass instead. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people can relate to. Like of course you have your 30-year Avenas, your Jeron Tengs who do follow in the footsteps of their dads. But I feel like if you're not doing that, then you're trying to do the polar opposite. So for me, it was music. Music in our family, kasi it's either like kind of basketball or music. The other side plays music. Like my mom's brothers were in a band in the 80s. And in Bacolod. So that was the other path that I saw. So I really got the music, and that led into radio. So I got into radio, hosting, and because of the pandemic, I shifted into content creation. So now I run a YouTube channel.
I see. And
And uh, to your point, like I was reminiscent of my life as well because I come from a family of doctors.
Yeah.
And mom, dad, brother, even lola, like they're all doctors. And then one question I always get pag family reunion, oh, kailan ka magdo-doktor?
oh,
and then and then 'cause, I mean, to their credit, I did graduate
Yeah,
psychology.
yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
medyo related and possible,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, and I'm sure when they asked your mom, like she said that, oh, you're studying psych, so maybe,
yeah.
diba? Yeah.
I always had the quote unquote pressure or the expectation to grow up and be a doctor, but that
Uh-huh.
was the least of my priorities. Um, and I think in the Philippines as well, uh, if you're like the son of a basketball player, I'm sure you've gotten the question like, but ikaw hindi ka nag-basketball, or like if you play basketball, like what position? I think you did an interview back then and you touched
Yeah.
upon this.
Mhm.
Like how do you deal with the question with like the expectations attached to the like family background?
Well, first I do wanna I'll tell your listeners to check out this series that Spin is doing. This writer's name is Leo. He's doing a series on the children of basketball players who went on to do other things. So one guy, like, he's a doctor, frontliner na siya ngayon. His dad is a basketball
Oh.
player. Of course, like he asked me also, but with how did I deal with the question? I don't know. I guess because I got asked as a young kid. You're being asked that as an adult, so of course you have to like give a reasonable answer.
Right.
But I like my instinct as a kid was just to just have fun with it. So
Okay.
I'd make up like ridiculous stuff even if I didn't play basketball. I tell the well, because it wasn't the titos who'd ask me the questions. It was like the random fans. So I
alright,
just,
alright.
Okay.
like, honestly, ginagago ko lang sila. I'd be like, "Oh, sabi ni coach, dun lang ako sa wings eh. Tira lang daw eh. Or minsan, basta depensa ako yan. Diba? Rebound lang, kuha steals. Because I still watch, I still watch basketball. So I
Yeah, for
always
sure,
just
for
knew
sure.
the terms and everything.
Mm.
So I'd get away with that. But at the same time, I was always scared to play in front of people. I think I stopped playing
Yeah.
at I stopped playing at 7 years old. So anytime after that, whenever someone would ask me to play, I'd say no. Because obviously,
Right.
after not playing for so long, you lose everything. Like, you don't know how to shoot, how to dribble,
Right,
and
right, right.
and honestly, like, one of my biggest regrets in life, what when I don't know if you guys remember when Kobe and when Kobe and like all the NBA players came here to play against Gilas. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Derek Rose was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Derrick Rose was there.
Yeah,
They they had a basketball camp, and my dad asked me if I wanted to like be trained by Kobe and D Rose and like Derek Fisher, and because I was so scared of being seen playing and sucking, I said no, man. So I didn't get, I watched. I was still there, so I still got to see
Yeah.
Kobe and Derek Fisher coach kids, but I
Okay.
didn't get to like touch the ball that they touched. So
Yeah.
that's a big regret for me.
For sure, for sure. I mean,
Would you, if you were asked to do if you're asked the same opportunity like today, would you have said yes?
Oh, dude, definitely, dude. Like, I think when you're a lot younger, you care a lot about what people think. But I think that's just being a kid, But now I care less. I started playing basketball again. Here we have a court. Of course, my dad's a basketball player. Of course, we have a court in the house. So
Yeah.
start of lockdown, I started playing, and I feel like now I can join some pickup games when everything's normal. I'm not gonna be that good, but open jumper, I'll probably make it. Hopefully.
Yeah. You got to touch up in your skills back. So
Yeah.
And that's a dream, though. You have so much time. You just go out in the court, shoot whenever you want. Oh my god. Maybe the Utah Jazz did some game winner, and you're gonna copy it, and you're like
Yeah, dude.
feeling like Spider, like
I
cut
can't
up a
dunk though.
sock.
I can't dunk though. So
Oh, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. All right. All right. So, I know. All right. That was a good one. Huh. So, before we head over to our next segment, just want to give a quick shout out again to Before You Go PH.
And shout out as well to Card Ladder. You can try it out. That's what MVP uses as well for all our data. So if you want to use it for yourself, check out the link below. Thank you so much for watching. If you dig that video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. And last but not least, don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any video.